This video is brought to you by Answerly, a question platform that pays you for adding high-quality answers on different questions. The users are rewarded in Answerly tokens, which they can easily convert into dollars or any other cryptocurrency by using one of the exchanges mentioned in the description.
How cool would it be to see Gal Gadot wearing her golden winged costume from Wonder Woman and Ryan Reynolds wearing his Green Lantern ring at a party? Well, that may be a possibility, since these stars took home those iconic props from set, and some actually stole them against their producer's will. Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we will be talking about the 10 DC actors who stole props from their set. Those cool props you see in movies are actually the property of the studio. Once shooting is wrapped, those props get packed up for the next film, auctioned off for charity, or given to a museum. Sometimes, actors are lucky enough to be given props for the movies they starred in, and sometimes those props get lost and end up in slightly sketchy auctions. Sometimes though, the lead actors themselves actually take the props from the set with no one the wiser. Whether due to sentimental reasons or just because they feel like their acting deserved a more tangible reward than a paycheck, there are plenty of famous actors who have admitted to nicking some valuable and not so valuable props once shooting was finished. From batarangs to neon signs, here are DC actors who stole from the set of their movies. Ryan Reynolds. While a film that relies heavily on computer-generated effects may not age as well as a film that relies on practical effects, there is one significant advantage for filmmakers. It is much more difficult for props to go missing on set when nearly everything is added later with computers. When Ryan Reynolds was cast in Green Lantern, a film that required a lot of green screen, he ran into this issue. Reynolds claimed he struggled to find something to take home as a memento of filming because so much of the movie was shot using CGI. He eventually realized that the prop he needed to steal was right in front of his eyes, or more precisely, on his finger, the Green Lantern ring. Given that the film debuted to a barrage of negative reviews and ended up being a public embarrassment for Reynolds, it's probably a good thing he found some small joy on set. Before we proceed to the next DC actor who stole props from their set, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now. Because doesn't it make you curious which ones of your favorite movies actors stole their favorite props? Ben Affleck. Batman is known for his secrecy and ability to get out of tight situations without leaving anything but his calling card behind. Ben Affleck was not as successful as the character he played in, bringing home the iconic batarang of the Caped Crusaders. Every other actor on this list is likely to have gotten away with stealing the items without being reprimanded by the studio in question. Ben Affleck, on the other hand, is not one of them. No. Affleck discussed Justice League on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert in 2017 while promoting the film. When asked if he was allowed to keep any of the Bat gadgets he used in the movie, the actor explained that the prop department was strict about it and would frequently call him up to ask if he'd seen any of the missing props. There was some other stuff that fell off the truck, like batarangs and stuff. I kept getting these phone calls from the prop department like, "You sure you haven't found any of that stuff yet?" He then told Colbert that while he had stolen things from the set, it didn't really count as theft, since Warner Brothers actually billed him for the items he took. You can't exactly have been stealing if you got billed for it, which is what happened to me. Turns out batarangs aren't cheap. Now, we know the truth about Affleck's Batman exit. Angry with the studio for being billed for a measly batarang, the actor decided to hang up the cowl. It all makes sense. Margot Robbie. Birds of Prey is filled with plenty of fashion that made it extremely hard for Harley Quinn herself, aka Margot Robbie, to resist taking home even if it was not her costume to begin with. I brought a pair of shorts that we didn't end up wearing as one of the costumes because I like them a lot. On top of that, Robbie took home one of the tops worn by Black Canary's Journey Smollett. Despite her fondness for it, she says that if Smollett wants it back, she can have it. Since she is Harley Quinn after all, Robbie also kept one of the anti-hero signature bats because why wouldn't she? Journey Smollett. Journey Smollett really bonded with her castmates while filming Birds of Prey, to the point where she ended up taking home props that didn't necessarily belong to her character, Black Canary. As Margot Robbie has a bat on her own as well, Smollett also brought home the belly ring and the nose ring that her character wore throughout the movie. It seems like Smollett is just as stylish as Black Canary. Gal Gadot. Wonder Woman's golden winged costume in Wonder Woman 1984 is absolutely stunning to look at and would most likely make an excellent home decoration. After filming on the sequel, Gal Gadot felt the same way, taking the golden helmet home with her. And like many other actors, Gadot claims that she rarely takes movie props home with her, but the helmet was simply too meaningful to pass up. It's a symbol of strength, legacy, and hope, and I love having it with me to remind me of all of that. She explained. Gadot later revealed that it is made of plastic and paint rather than gold. John Cena. John Cena was one of the biggest highlights of James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, playing the role of Peacemaker. While many actors have been uncomfortable with their super suits, Cena grew up quite fond of them and ended up taking the costume home with him. Cena has even gone as far as to have worn the costume to various places, including the late-night talk shows and the film's red carpet premiere. "I've learned that if you must keep the costume on, they don't ask for it back," he said. Cena was even able to continue wearing his beloved toilet seat helmet and a red, yellow, and a blue suit for the Peacemaker spin-off series though. James Gunn even teased Cena that if he doesn't return the costume, there might not be a second season of the show. Zachary Levi. Zachary Levi has always been very vocal about being a bit more geek when it comes to pop culture, so playing the hero Shazam was a dream come true to him. A neon sign in the film's strip club scene ended up catching Levi's eyes, which led him to start getting ideas. "If that gets to live anywhere, I want it to be in my garage or something, so that's where it is, that's what I took," said the actor. While Levi is mighty proud of his on-set souvenir from the film, he said that he would likely have to return it should the production team ever need it again. Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller. After confessing to stealing Batman memorabilia from the set of Justice League, Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller risked the wrath of Warner Brothers executives. In the new superhero blockbuster, the actors play Aquaman and The Flash, respectively, and are joined by Ben Affleck, reprising his role as Batman, Henry Cavill as Superman, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, and Ray Fisher as Cyborg. Although security on the DC Comics film adaptation was tight to prevent plot information and other details from leaking to the press, Jason and Ezra admit that they couldn't resist nagging some mementos once filming was completed. During a recent Justice League press conference, Ezra admitted, "I did steal stuff from the Batcave, and I'm going to come out and tell you guys that right now." It was the same for Jason. Minor details. Former Game of Thrones star Momoa joked, "We're both natural-born thieves. We took these tiny bullets with a red cap on top," says the narrator. "Bullets from bats? Yes, I'll pass it on to my son." Before entering the set, cast and crew members were also required to turn in their cell phones, but the stars didn't exactly follow that rule. Ray Fisher. Ray Fisher has been vocal about his experience working on Justice League, but he still greatly enjoyed working with Zack Snyder and the cast. So of course, an up-and-coming actor like himself would want to bring back a keepsake from the film to show off to his friends and family. And he knew exactly what he wanted: Victor's Gotham City University varsity jacket. 2 versions of the jacket were made for the film, and Fisher ended up coaxing the production team to let him quote-unquote borrow one of them. "I may let you guys see it one day, but no touching. Understood my dad was definitely not into it as a career choice," the actor said. If you were presented an opportunity to steal one of the props these actors took, what would it be? Let us know in the comment section down below.
If you like this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel. To learn more about Answerly and Answerly tokens, check out the links in the description.